Okay, so here we are. We're back. I think my microphone should be picking up now. Let us refresh the link that we posted in the Discord. Sorry about that, guys. Last time my microphone was not plugged in. So this time my microphone is plugged in, and so now you'll be able to hear me cast the match. My microphone was not plugged in. So this time... Alright, so let us copy this link and we will paste it in announcements. We'll edit this post. There we go. Okay, so hopefully everybody can hear me just fine this time. I was just saying earlier that these guys, in terms of ELO, are neck and neck. Their calculated ELO is about the same. It's around 1650. This is pretty high up there. I think this is like top 3 or 4% in the world would be my guess. Maybe even smaller than that. Maybe 2 or 3%. That would be my guess, though. Bengute probably knows the statistics better than I do. Why not use small trees mod? What do you mean? This is capture A's, Bengute. So the trees are normal size. Are you saying that the small trees mod affects capture age? So we're gonna unpause here. All of that rubble and rubbish that you saw on the map are actually invisible placeholders. So we were just talking about Vikings versus Berbers here. Bengute has a better map than shiXo does. Bengute's stone is back, although this is kind of really exposed. Like, somebody could build a tower right here and range this stone. And he's probably going to take this wood line over here, if I had to guess. Capture Age does have small trees, interesting. But you have to turn it on. So he's got his 2 boars in the back, too. Of course, it's Ireland, Arabia, so the boars have craters underneath them because boars are pigs, and pigs like to dig. So it all makes sense. shiXo's map, he's got berries forward and he's got stone forward. So if Bengute wanted to pressure shiXo's berries and stone, he would have an easier time. Having said that, you can probably wall this ring up as long as you're careful and you don't leave any holes in it. There are lots of little things to wall. So, but it could be done. I've seen people do like fast castle on this map. I've seen people do archers. I don't think scouts are as viable early game on this map, although you can still get over there easily and deny, the rest of your map. Maybe you could do like scouts and follow up with towers. It'll be interesting to see what they do. As shiXo is dropping a mining camp over here, the closest forest patch to the corner that he can find. Bengute's lumber camp is actually right here. That's interesting. Not the civ I wanted versus him here. I was expecting Aztecs or a cavalry archer civilization. Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking, right? No, in reality, shiXo would absolutely destroy me on this map if we 1v1. But I am curious, what the logic and the motivation is for picking Vikings. So we'll have to see what he does. My best guess for this pick of Vikings is shiXo wants to FC on this map. He recognizes that it's easy to wall this ring of trees, and he wants to FC. He wants to get wheelbarrow really fast for his villagers. Boom, have an awesome, amazing economy. But I don't think this is a boom map, as shiXo's bringing in his first boar, weakening it with the town center, and then killing it nice and clean underneath the town center. Nice, look at that. Pushed in a deer. On Irish Arabia, the deer and the boars tend to be closer to the town center. And your secondary sheep are outside of this ring of trees here. And he's already found them, though. He's probably on his way to try to find Bengute over here. Maybe he scouted part of EIRE. Yeah, so he kind of knows where the letters are. He's got an idea that his opponent is somewhere over here on the minimap. My opinion is that Berbers are a fantastic match for this map. Berbers are all about mobility. Berbers have lots of cheap, stable units. As shiXo comes in here and he finds his opponent's gold, so he knows that his opponent's town center, sees the houses, or at least he sees one house. Yeah, he's found one house, so he's got to know that his opponent's in this neck of the woods over here. But Irish Arabia has very little wood on it relative to most Arabia, so it's a very open map, very tough to wall up and close and force fights. So I would give Bengute a civ advantage in this case. And a map advantage on Irish Arabia. But it'll be interesting to see what shiXo does. Like I said, both these players are way better than I am. they're going to see things and think of things that I probably didn't think about when I made the map, or at least they're going to do it in a way that I wasn't expecting, in the higher level way. As bengute is putting up a mill here. So we got, let's see, we got 4 on wood for bengute, and he's starting to wall this up too. So I think bengute is also leaning toward fast castle build, as he is on 19 pop total, and he's got more villagers in queue, so it's not scouts. Hoo-hoo, shiXo with the 2 militia coming out of the barracks now. Does bengute spot this? I don't know if bengute spots it. Bengute's in chat. Bengute can just tell us if he spotted. Well, he obviously saw the barracks. Did he see the militia coming, though? Because if he sees the barracks, the barracks could be a prerequisite to archers or something. Vikings are known to go archers on open maps. Here's shiXo moving out across the map. How the heck do I Control-Shift F2 and F1 maybe? I wonder how I can change to bengute's scouting perspective. I can tell you I didn't see the militia. So here are the militia. They're going to mess with bengute a little bit. They got the scout blocking the villager. Does bengute have loom yet? No, he does not. That is awkward. As a villager goes down, this scout is injured somehow. I must have missed that. He probably got too close to the TC and got picked off. As shiXo is picking on this other villager here. So already shiXo is taking out 2 villagers. And both have less than 25. So that hurts big time. Bengute was, I think, planning on going up to the feudal age at 23 pop. And he's getting loom now. We'll see if he still does that. No, he queues up another villager behind it. I think that's smart. Bengute needing to replenish these villagers to have them collect resources while he's advancing through the ages. This is 2 villagers that he was not going to have anymore, so he's building some new ones. So he's keeping his scout here, keeping an eye on shiXo's drush. Forgive me for saying this, Bengute, but I'm actually kind of glad to see stuff like this happening. People told me that drush would be impossible on this map, so I am pleased to see at least a little bit of variety. As Bengute is fighting these militia off, he's going to lose his scout to these militia, but he did nearly kill one of them, and he killed shiXo's scout. So now these militia are going to be super annoying. They're going to pick fights, probably, and then run away as one militia goes down. The villagers are battering him up. I guess shiXo's decided that microing this is not worth his time. Let's see what shiXo's got going on at home. We've got 1 on gold now. shiXo has 10 gold in the bank. He got loom. He made 2 militia. So as he is headed up to the feudal age, they're both pretty much headed up to the feudal age at the same time. But shiXo has a 2-villager lead because he killed 2 of bengute's villagers. Now, I don't know if, this says bengute's housed. I don't know if bengute clicked up because he was housed, or if bengute just decided that 25 pop was the number. If you want to keep drush out, you absolutely can. I just didn't expect the 2 militia drush. Yeah, not to give any spoilers or anything like that, but I may have seen people 2 militia drush on this map before. Alright, so as bengute wants to finish these walls up and prevent shiXo from doing any more damage, but bengute is probably going to be able to tell from his opponent's uptime. Let's see, we're 11, almost 12 minutes in. Bengute is going to know that it's fast castle. So it's drush fast castle from his opponent. shiXo is at 27 villagers here. He's got some farms down. He's got 500 food. He's got 3 on gold, actually. He's going to be a little bit low on gold unless he sells some other resources. So the economy is a little bit unbalanced, I think, but not too bad considering that he did drush his opponent and killed 2 villagers. 3 militia, I would have scouted it. Yeah, just a few seconds more. We saw your scout come in just too late, Bengute. We literally saw the 2 militia come out, and then your scout wrapped around and saw the barracks, and there weren't any flags on it. So had he done 3 militia drush, Bengute would have scouted it for sure. And then he would have known it was coming, and he probably would have built walls and stuff, and maybe hopefully kept it out. So Bengute very cognizant, conscious of overchops here. The woodlines in Irish Arabia are designed to be overchopped very easily, making it harder for players to stay cooped up in their little ring. We want players to push out with military and take map control. As Bengute is going onto stone. Look at all these villagers going on to stone here. So Bengute actually has the resources to click up. He's finished his market. He needs 1 other feudal age building. Where is it? Where's the blacksmith, Bengute? So he's putting down another camp here. Bengute's town center is still working, so I guess he doesn't... There it is. Alright, so he's rushing that up, and then he's going to put down the lumber camp and then click up. He's got the resources. He's got lots of villagers on stones. This is telling me bengute wants a castle as soon as possible. And he's going to make camel archers, probably. Camel archers are a really fantastic unit. We've got double ranges here from shiXo. shiXo is on his way to the castle age as well. It's a few seconds ahead of bengute. He's got 6 on gold, 13 on wood, and 11 on food. So shiXo's economy is geared toward an FC into crossbows. And he is starting to build archer mass now. So shiXo will be getting the range upgrades. I think all things considered equal resources, my gut feeling is that crossbows are more powerful than camel archers, even though camel archers are powerful units in and of themselves. I think the general rule of thumb is that foot archers beat cavalry archers, right, for equal cost. Because cavalry archers are what you're paying for the mobility. You are in part paying for the fact that you can run away from fights you don't want to take. So bengute is gathering more stone. He's getting some of his eco upgrades. He's got gold mining, horse collar coming in. Does he have... It's not going to tell me if he has the stone mining upgrade. Perhaps not, though. T-Bomber says, I play a lot of Berbers. They fit my style well. They are fantastic for mobility. As shiXo's got some archers, he is coming out across the map. So we'll see what he does with that. It's getting bowsaw immediately. That's smart. That's a good investment. It's got a villager in queue. Both players have about, on average, about a villager's worth of idle time here. So they're doing pretty well on such a rough map. This is a rough map. I'm not going to lie. All these maps are rough maps. But that's alright. That's part of the fun. It's part of the challenge. Okay, so bengute's castle age now as well. Getting bowsaw immediately. It's just such a great tech. Those lumber cutting techs. As crossbowman is coming in for 4 archers. Bengute's got a forward castle here. Doesn't dare venture outside of his ring to place it because he has not scouted his opponent. He's not sure, you know, what kind of military shiXo has. Although shiXo's about to show some of his military. So this is a pretty good place for this castle. I like this castle. This castle secures 2 wood lines for him. Remember when people used to build castles to secure gold? As shiXo's got some crossbowmen pecking at bengute's archers here. Bengute's going to be glad that he built this castle here. I wouldn't be surprised if he dropped a lumber camp up here at some point. But all shiXo has to do is move around and harass these villagers over here. So people are going to have to start making military and pushing out of their base. But for now, bengute's bought himself some time. Hello and welcome, John CZ3. Bengute is making camel archers already. So, I'm not sure. Let's see. Bengute has the first range upgrade for the camel archers. He does not have Bodkin yet. As shiXo is on 2 town centers and equal number of villagers to Bengute, though. So it looks like he's got some TC idle time here, which is interesting because okay, he was saving up for Bodkin. It makes sense. Wants that military advantage. So there's a little bit of TC idle time now. 2 minutes for shiXo, and he is tied with Bengute for villagers, but what shiXo gets in return is he's forcing Bengute to make towers. He's got this military presence as he's pushing through this palisade. Bengute has to make a tower here on his gold. Hopefully shiXo doesn't decide to just walk in and camp the base of that tower. That's what I would do. I can't tell if these towers are in range of each other. I guess we'll find out. So, Bengute's archers are being harassed by the crossbowmen. Bengute building a house here to prevent these archers from camping the base of the tower, but it's not fast enough. And 1 villager goes down. shiXo is doing a lot of damage to Bengute early on, really punishing Bengute. This is a pretty open map, and it looks like shiXo's got some clean builds, but look at that! Walking right into the castle fire and getting finished off by the tower. So that was some pretty nice moves by Bengute. shiXo's he's forced back. Gonna make a different play here. But shiXo does have a 1 villager lead on Bengute, and he's got 2 town centers, whereas Bengute only has 1. shiXo is producing for both of those town centers too, which means that they're actually having 2 town centers means something. As shiXo gets the armor for his archers. So it's not a massive investment from shiXo, honestly. I'm looking at this and I'm like, come on, man, Vikings, you can do better than make 10 archers in Castle Age. This is really just boom up as Vikings. That is the goal. shiXo wants to secure this stone now, this forest patch. And these archers are really just here to be a nuisance, to slow down Bengute's boom, and snowball and economic advantage. That's really shiXo's plan. shiXo is not trying to go in very aggressive castle age or anything like that. He just wants to slow bengute down. Although, all right, these archers are moving out now. Looks like, oh, maybe not. There we go. So those archers are going somewhere. Come on, don't make a liar out of me. Do something. There he goes. All right, bengute has 6 camel archers. He's got 1 in queue. He's researching Bodkin. shiXo has 15 crossbowmen. He's got 5 more in queue. So he has enough on gold to constantly make crossbowmen. He's just making crossbowmen from 2 ranges. Vikings don't get thumb ring anymore, so these crossbowmen will fire slower than they normally would have. But you could also look at it as shiXo doesn't need to get thumb ring anymore. Okay, bengute's camel archers are on the move. He's got 7 here. He's moving out across the map, seeing if he can find some nice juicy villagers to pick off. And there are some on this wood line here. Okay, bengute getting up some manner of house wall here. He doesn't want the camel. Camel archers have 7 base attack compared to a crossbowman's 5. So they, they're got quite a devastating attack. Can they actually fit through here? No, I think this is closed off. The wood lines mid-game, though, are pretty awful on Irish Arabia. And, of course, shiXo knows that bengute can get through here pretty easily. This isn't a very big ball of camel archers, but like I said, they are doing 7 instead of 5 attack. We consider that palisades have 5 pierce armor, and those crossbowmen have 7 attack. So each one of the crossbowmen, if they wanted to get through a palisade, are doing 2 damage per hit, whereas these camel archers are doing 9 minus 5 here. So the camel archers are doing 4. So the camel archers will take down palisades twice as fast. I mean, think about that. So bengute is just attacking this house foundation. He hasn't looped around yet. I would expect a loop around to come. As shiXo is in bengute's base, looking to cause trouble, he picks off a villager with this group of archers. He's forced down a siege workshop, but it's denied, which is really bad for bengute. But it looks like shiXo is getting out, and I don't know where he's going, if he's going to try to cause damage somewhere else. But he's kind of stuck, right? He didn't want to commit to running in between these town centers. He didn't want to get too close to the castle. So bengute is going to finish the siege workshop now. shiXo waits over here. shiXo is sending more crossbowmen to try to chase bengute down, but bengute is already out of there. So let's see. shiXo is at 67 villagers compared to bengute's 53. A monastery is coming down for relic collection. Bengute has quite a bit of military here, though. He's got 15 cav archers now, which is no joke. And 15 camel archers will beat 13 crossbowmen. So I don't know if bengute is out looking for him. Divide and conquer here, but now it's 29 crossbowmen, so I don't think bengute can fight this. Bengute is getting wheelbarrow, but of course for the Vikings it's free. Look at shiXo's resources. He's only got 2 crossbowmen in queue. I don't think he's going to replenish this. I think shiXo is thinking Imperial Age now. Go Imperial Age, maybe he'll sell a little bit of wood or something, or a little bit of food, and click up. That would be my guess. And the power spike from getting Arbalest will be quite good. He's sending villagers forward. He's almost got the stone for a castle, so this seems like it's going to be a castle drop into Imp. If I had to guess, shiXo only has 1 villager now. In queue, he's got 76 villagers. Bengute's at 58. Bengute taking a hill advantage, but the camel boys are getting shot down. Okay, nope, this is a defensive castle. shiXo playing it safe. He is getting ballistics. There we go. And shiXo has just clicked up to Imperial Age. Bengute is not really anywhere close. It's kind of close on gold, perhaps. But on food, he's pretty far away. He's only got 20 on food. Although shiXo has 23 on food. Neither are really building food units. I believe camel archers cost wood and gold. Alright. So shiXo's castle is up. He's secured sort of this side of the map. Feels a little bit safer taking that gold. Imperial Age coming in, the armor coming in. And gold shaft mining coming in, as well as stone mining. So shiXo preparing for an Arbalest push, I think. The castle will allow him to make trebuchets and pressure Bengute's castle, which he knows about. Bengute is putting up a second castle here to secure this stone, this wood, and protect this town center from raids. So Bengute is also now headed to the Imperial Age. So not too far behind, about a minute behind. But sometimes a minute can make all the difference in these Treb battles. shiXo, though, has not been producing... Alright, he is still producing crossbowmen. From two ranges this whole time have been making crossbowmen. Bengute's massive camel archers are looping around. shiXo spots this castle the hard way, but he does at least manage to take out some stone miners for his trouble. But he wants to keep this archer mass alive because he wants these to become arbalisters. Bengute has returned to try to come in and cause some mayhem. shiXo has to abandon this stone. Bengute gets one villager kill. Can he get another one? Yep, he does. 4 villagers down from that. shiXo's at 87 villagers, though. He's got a 25 villager lead over Bengute as shiXo is coming out, presumably to drop another castle. Now, remember that shiXo does not know that Bengute is this close to the Imperial Age, but he does have a Treb in queue, and he's got, of course, all the ranged upgrades. So this is going to be Trebs and Arbalisters, like I said. So we'll see what Bengute can do about that. He did do a little bit of damage over here, but maybe he's pulling him back, thinking his camel archers would be useful somewhere else. As a trebuchet is rolling forward, archers, our arbalisters are in. We're just completing bracer here, and chemistry takes forever to research, but once it arrives, the arbalisters will have 6+4 attack. It does not affect their range. So Bengute's Imperial Age, and shiXo needs to get these Trebs out, and he needs them out as soon as possible. He's got a trebuchet in queue here and a trebuchet in queue here, so he wants to build this trebuchet mass and start taking down these castles, because as it stands right now, it's 2 castles making Trebs against 1 and then another one far away. T-Bomber says, can Irish Arabia replace current Arabia, please? How I wish. Not going to happen, though. Tech Chariot's just a nobody. And, you know, there might be some disadvantages for this version of Arabia as well. Like, the other Arabia may have some advantages over this. Okay, the trebuchets are rolling forward. This is a we want to snipe your castle kind of trebuchets. The arbalisters chasing these camel archers away. Bengute is, of course, Imperial Age now himself. Got trebuchets out. He's upgrading his rams. So I think maybe Bengute is going to try to snipe these trebuchets with the rams. And shiXo doesn't really have an answer to that. He sees them. I guess he's queued up some berserks, but this is not enough berserks to deal with these camel archers. The rams are here to maybe soak arrow fire. No, the rams are going to come snipe the trebuchets. And this push really should work for shiXo. He's going to be in trouble if it doesn't. The archers want to auto-target the rams. The trebuchets are fleeing. So the question is, who lost more? I almost think Bengute had... I mean, it's hard to say, right? Because shiXo did lose some siege. But Bengute lost a bunch of camel archers. So now these arbalisters are going to attack the trebuchets. I'm going to try to take them out as Bengute's running the repair vills over here. We're getting some tech switches coming in. shiXo's low on gold. But he is getting at least the feudal age armor upgrades for his unit. These castles are firing upon these arbalisters. All right, here we go. shiXo sees it, pulls them back. He just wants to keep these trebuchets safe from enemy siege and enemy camel archers. But Bengute's got an army repairing this castle. He's got 11 villagers on the castle. Yeah, he did. He did. I assume that you sent the capped rams forward, Bengute, so that the arbalisters would auto-attack them, leaving the camel archers free to kill the arbalisters. But he did a good job of microing your camel archers instead. So this is just a big old Treb stalemate here. As conscription's coming in, shiXo is building archery ranges like a madman. He's got 16 arbalisters in queue, and he is teching into Viking light cav now. He wants... I don't know, it feels like he wants something to raid here. Something to break the stalemate. Set Bengute back as Bengute waits for all of his upgrades to come in. What are these camel archers up to? I guess Bengute is waiting for something. I'm not really sure exactly what it is. Maybe he just doesn't feel like he has the numbers yet to take it. Maybe not even needing to take this fight, really. I mean, he's kept his castle alive. Okay, here it comes. So here are the rams. So Benguti's camel archers will follow these rams out. The arbalesters are going to auto-target the capped rams. As shiXo's been building houses here just to get in the way, just to be annoying. Prevent these rams from reaching their desired target, which are these trebuchets. But I think siege ram is the right call here for shiXo. Trebuchets were easy and convenient, but Vikings get siege ram, and siege ram are very powerful. And he could basically be doing to bengute what bengute has been doing to him, but better, because there are siege rams instead of capped rams. Just not enough mass. Yeah, as these archers are coming in, taking castle fire, maybe trying to take out this trebuchet, shiXo deciding it's not worth it. Or maybe he didn't make a decision, he just noticed that they were doing that and said, hey guys, don't be idiots. Don't stand under this castle fire. So shiXo not able to finish bengute off here, as bengute is at 85 villagers now. shiXo is at 110 though, with a massive military advantage. So bengute is definitely the underdog in this matchup, as he is raiding shiXo, trying to get a castle up on this gold. This could be catastrophic for shiXo. These light cav could come in and easily kill 10 villagers. shiXo wanting to close this off, but the light cav coming in. And this is Berber mobility here. shiXo absolutely needs to close this off and prevent himself from getting raided. This castle would have been really helpful with that. So we got light cav running amok. shiXo, he's got some eco that's idle. 24 villagers idled from this, and 103 total. So he's lost about 10 villagers so far, I would say. So these light cav are just kind of retreating to the corner of the base to prevent shiXo from patching the hole here. Okay, so the arbalesters are coming forward. Does bengute have all the armor on these light cav? No. He only has the feudal age armor. Alright, so shiXo is going to get this castle up, but man, was that annoying. Bengute knowing how to distract his opponent, as shiXo's just kind of staging here, waiting. Bengute can't really push out. shiXo can't really push bengute, so they're both kind of building up. As shiXo has a light cav of his own chasing bengute, keeping tabs on him. The map is horribly open, so here's this light cav could easily kill all of these villagers, I think. Over here. Actually, he's not well armored yet. It's one of bengute's light cav. Yeah, he only has the first armor. shiXo doesn't notice he could easily kill all these villagers. shiXo's rebooming. He's got 4 villagers in queue. And looks like he wants to tread this castle from this direction now. He's putting up another castle of his own. Bengute is hanging on here. Bengute counter-trebbing, but this is too many trebuchets now, and the castle goes down. Bengute's light cav looking for some more blood. He's going to find it. There are 10 villagers over here. We got another light cav over here, probably waiting to sneak in. Or just... Oh, interesting. Alright, so shiXo is idling some of bengute's eco now. Send his archers over here. And this skirmisher and these arbalesters are going to die. But kept a big chunk of bengute's eco idle, as bengute is taking a big fight with shiXo. Capped ram. Cav archers raining fire upon these skirmishers, but the skirmishers are targeting bengute's cavalry archers. So this is what I like to see. We've got some hussar here. Hussar, but it might be a little bit too late. Let's see, what are the upgrades on these hussar? He just finished the second armor. And he does rout these skirmishers. So shiXo's going to need to make sure that he keeps up a good mass of arbalesters and skirmishers to deal some damage, enough damage to these hussars. But bengute managing to keep this castle up. Incredible. But he's been pretty weakened by this attack, as Viking light cav are going down to town center arrow fire. Got archers over here preventing bengute from expanding this way. Just there to be annoying. Bengute attacking ground in this area because he knows this is where the Trebs want to camp. So shiXo getting architecture. And two-man saw here. So let's see. Benguti's got 33 farmers, trying to keep up hussar production. Blue dives this. shiXo does manage to take out a trebuchet, and he's looking to snipe another trebuchet with his arbalisters. Probably snipe this third one. At cost, though. He's going to lose some archers doing it, but his own trebuchets are going to move in on Benguti's castle now. Benguti has completed the final armor for his hussar, though, which will really help. He is now getting the attack, but there's just too many archers here. And this game is looking pretty close to being over. shiXo is expanded out all across the map as Benguti calls the GG. His castle is crumbling, and shiXo is victorious. Viking arbalisters carrying the day for him. Arbalisters and skirmishers. So this is surprising. Benguti had the better map, in my opinion, the better civ, but shiXo outplayed him on Irish Arabia. Was able to prevent Benguti from getting much damage in. I think you know the killing of the two villagers here with the drush caught Benguti off guard, and he was never really able to catch up after that. So with that, we're going to go to Benguti's home map now, which is Akio. So on Akio, we got Benguti playing as the Japanese and shiXo playing as the Tatars. So we got Benguti here on the left-hand side as blue, and shiXo as cyan, playing as the Tatars. Now, of course, the Tatars, they get more food from their sheep. They get 150 food from their sheep instead of the usual 100. So that could be why he chose the Tatars. And there are some hills here that he can take advantage of. As shiXo is heading out, and he's going to try to find a peat farm here to improve his wood collection. Both players are trickling wood in simply because they exist. They have 0 on wood right now. So you get wood simply for existing on Akio, because there is not a lot of wood on this map. There are some reeds, and the reeds do regrow, but there basically are no wood lines. Do not come here and build a lumber camp on these bushes. You cannot interact with these bushes. They are not choppable. They are just eye candy bushes. But I guarantee you that someone is going to build a lumber camp on these bushes before this tournament is over. So, Japanese. Why could Japanese be good on this map? Well, number one, fishing ships have twice the hit points, and there is a lot of food in the water on this map. There's a lot of fish. Number two, their mills and their mining camps and their lumber camps, they all cost half the amount of wood. So Benguti can really save some wood here, playing as the Japanese. You start with 2 houses down here in your homeland, so that's why the players haven't put down houses yet. What are the players going to use their wood for? We've seen people put down barracks immediately. We've seen people put down docks immediately. So I'm wondering kind of what the plan is here. shiXo is moving south. I think shiXo is about to dock. Looks like he is looking for a dock location. Come on, shiXo. Okay, here he comes. No, he is shore fishing. Okay, so he's going to take some shore fish and drop it off at his mill. Let's see here. Benguti is scouting around. It looks like he's found some sheep in the back. And we got a couple of ibex. They're pretty far away, though. This outpost on Akil has extra vision compared to normal outposts, as Benguti is building a house here just to give himself a little bit more warning. Benguti says, only reason I picked Japanese was for their extra attack on infantry. Alright, well, I got that all wrong. Here I was assuming that Benguti was either going to fish or that Benguti was going to build lots of camps all around the map, but nope. The attack rate on the infantry. So shiXo kind of trying to wall in these berries maybe a little bit, as shiXo has docked now. He's got plenty of wood for it. I think shiXo controls a peat farm. Let's see. Yes. So this belongs to shiXo. It is cyan. So he is getting a wood income of 2 villagers simply because he exists, and then he's getting another 2.6 just because he controls this farm. And that is exactly how much wood you need to sustain constant fishing ship production. shiXo is getting loom now, and he's got 2 more villagers queued behind it. Benguti already has loom, I would assume, because he's a villager behind. No, he does not have loom. No, neither one has very much town center idle time. So what's going on here? shiXo's 2 villagers ahead of bengute. To try to figure that one out. Wait a second. Bengute's trying to go up to the feudal age now. He's force dropping, and then boom, there it is. So bengute has built a forward barracks. He's got 2 on gold. So that tells me a lightning man-at-arms rush at 16 pop. This is going to be pretty painful. So shiXo, of course, could see it coming. He sees the scout loitering here. This outpost has massive line of sight. Shift right-click on player's units or buildings to change player. All right, shift and then right-click. So we're going to right-click here and see what shiXo could see. So this outpost has a really large vision. But shiXo wants just a little bit more. He controls 4 peat farms. Did bengute get any peat farms? Bengute must have gotten this peat farm right here. Let's see. You only need to find... Yeah, you only need to find 1. Having 1 peat farm provides the same amount of wood income as finding 4. 2 fishing ships. So 2 fishing ships from shiXo. So we got, looks like we got 4 fishing ships from shiXo. One of them is exploring, trying to find bengute's dock. shiXo is on his way up to the feudal age, and we got 3 fishing here, as we got militia from bengute already heading out towards shiXo. Bengute hitting feudal age and getting man-at-arms right away. shiXo's got his militia in his barracks, and he is on his way to the feudal age. And we're going to see if shiXo can survive here against bengute's lightning man-at-arms. This lady needs to repair this palisade wall here, otherwise she's going to get killed. Okay, so bengute is very competent player. He's going to be able to micro his scout in front of this lady, and the man-at-arms are going to finish her off. So already a villager goes down for shiXo, which is unfortunate. shiXo is walled into his gold here, though. These villagers are safe for now, as shiXo is continuing to... he's got a ton of sheep under his town center, actually. Bengute making more sheep? Not yet. Neither player making more sheep. Bengute transitioning into an archery range to make archers. And it says he's got 1 on wood somewhere. He's chopping stragglers. You really don't need to build a lumber camp that early on this map. It's my experience. Bengute is attacking the mining camp. This is not good for shiXo at all. shiXo, repair, dude. He's already repairing with 1 villager, but the attack speed on these man-at-arms is insane. shiXo is getting an archery range down. You can definitely tell that Bengute has studied this map and done his homework, as he is pretty much able to sustain constant man-at-arms production from this barracks, and really just pressure shiXo here, as shiXo's own man-at-arms eject, and looks like he's going to chase bengute off for now. But a villager has gone down. shiXo's still 2 villagers ahead. It's probably the fishing ships. Oh, okay, Bengute's explaining that at the time shiXo had 2 fishing ships, and that's why he had more eco lead. So shiXo only has a 2 villager lead on bengute now, but considering that he's got like 4 fishing ships last we checked, he's actually 2 villagers down. Okay, so bengute is now here with archers. shiXo deleted his own palisades. Maybe it was a little preemptive. These archers are coming in, and they're going to deny this blacksmith that shiXo is building to get fletching. Maybe not. Looks like shiXo's single man-at-arms are driving bengute's archers back. Okay, so both players losing their man-at-arms as shiXo is getting this blacksmith down immediately. shiXo has 2 archers in queue and 1 archer on the field somewhere, and bengute has 3 archers on the field and is now getting fletching. So highly aggressive play so far. As shiXo has found these spearmen, but these spearmen are really not interested in what's going on in Atkil Island. It's a pretty desolate place. Nobody is really able to live here very successfully. These spearmen just want to protect these trade workshops. So shiXo running away from these spearmen. These spearmen have a ton of attack. They've got 3 + 9, so they have 12 attack. As bengute is forcing another fight over shiXo's gold. shiXo forced to come back as bengute is mixed in a skirmisher now. So shiXo is kind of in trouble. Bengute is ahead in villagers, and shiXo has built fishing ships. Bengute has not made fishing at all. He's got a hill advantage here. shiXo needs to pull this 1 HP villager back. This is a dangerous spot for him to stand. But he's under a lot of pressure right now. shiXo wants to sustain production here. He's putting a lumber camp down on these reeds. Okay, shiXo, I mean, he's theoretically caught up in military. He's got 3 military compared to bengute's 2 military. Bengute's got another range coming down, though. He's got 9 on gold, and he's got 1 on wood still, and he has the equivalent income of 4.6 lumberjacks from simply existing and from controlling this peat farm here. I'd like to see players destroy their opponent's peat farms, actually. Like, find all but 1 and then send your man-at-arms over and destroy the last one. It's like killing 2 or 3 villagers. But bengute's pressure has paid off. He's got a 2-villager lead, and that's with shiXo having fishing and bengute not having fishing. So this is looking pretty messy for shiXo here. Theoretically, he does have 6 villagers taking gold, I guess. He's got 2 more, but they dropped off at the town center? Huh. It's weird. Alright, so he does have 8 on gold here. Sort that out. Just a rough mining camp. But hey, it's not an Empire Wars mining camp. I didn't build that mining camp. So bengute has decided that now is the time to pick on people that can't fight back. So he comes and kills these pirate spearmen guarding this trade workshop. Bengute wants the wood income from this trade workshop. Super smart. So each of these trade workshops is worth 2 villagers, so bengute gets 2 villagers worth of wood income for each of the trade workshops that he controls. And with proper micro, it'll take his time and his attention. shiXo's just kind of sitting here building up. I don't know, maybe bengute's decided he wants to attack shiXo now. Oh no, okay, bengute has noted that he captured this trade workshop, so he no longer needs to kill these spearmen. As bengute's wood income is increasing even more now. shiXo has not been able to divert resources to this trade workshop yet, but has mixed in skirmishers. So bengute's archers are kind of vulnerable here. Bengute has, I think, a skirmisher of his own, but shiXo taking the hill and forcing bengute back. Bengute is putting down a stable now in response. So to be clear, bengute has 3 ranges. They are all making archers, and he's putting down a stable now. So Bengute did something like 6 to 7 man-at-arms or something like that in the beginning. So it was really large man-at-arms pressure. Did a ton of damage to shiXo. Got ahead. Captured a trade workshop, and then is now got a lot of infrastructure in place and is massing his feudal military. However, shiXo is castle age. Bengute should be very worried about that. Don't think Bengute has a market, so he can't use the market to buy the food he needs to get up, but he has it anyway. So Bengute is on his way up now, and he's going to take some fights here as Bodkin comes in for shiXo. Crossbowman is also going to be coming in, and Bengute wisely putting up a tower. He doesn't want to lose this archer mass. This is really just here to buy his gold miners time. Bengute now going on to stone. shiXo has a slight military advantage in terms of numbers, but more importantly, shiXo's army is more technologically advanced than bengute's army. Bengute's got a scout coming out to just kind of help out with this, but this was not what Bengute wanted, right? Now, he had a pretty big army, and he wanted to upgrade it in Castle Age, but shiXo's been doing a good job holding on here, considering that he doesn't control one of these trade workshops. But Bengute's got excellent wood income here. It's got good food income, too. Bengute still has not docked. shiXo has docked. I think this is part of the reason why shiXo is up first. As shiXo himself is putting down another archery range. So the last time that I saw this map played before this, I've seen this map played in many different ways. I've seen people go FC. I've seen people go, archers. I've seen people go mass scouts. And I've seen people go mass militia on this map. So, the meta is really not that well defined, but these guys might be pioneering the meta here. We might start to see more people open with 7 man-at-arms. Or straight up man-at-arms into archers. Well, I mean, shiXo still did make some man-at-arms. I don't think he made as many. He made more archers. Okay, Bengute is now Castle Age. He is getting crossbowmen. He cannot afford Bodkin yet, so therefore he will not get it. But he does have 3 ranges working, and he's had 3 ranges working longer than shiXo has. Bengute has a knight out. Knights are very powerful. They kill feudal age units. But this knight doesn't have the second armor upgrade, so he's got to be a little bit careful. Bengute should be able to afford Bodkin now. shiXo catching up in villager count. What's going on? Is he making more fishing ships? Villager fishing ships look to be the same. They both have like 3.5 minutes of town center idle time, which is kind of funny. Both just dancing back and forth on these hills, fighting each other. It's quite the brawl, actually. This is really exciting to watch. Bengute's knight thinking better of taking that engagement. As Bodkin comes in for Bengute, he will be better equipped to fight these crossbowmen now. shiXo getting wheelbarrow now. Bengute knows that he cannot build a lumber camp on these trees. I think he tried clicking it though. Thought, well, wouldn't it be nice if I could take these bushes? But nope. These are scrawny little bushes. They do not make for good building material at all. Better use these pieces of grass here, these reeds. So both guys are actually fighting over this peat farm, which ended up getting destroyed somehow by someone. Bengute's peat farm is over. Oh, did Bengute lose access to this peat farm? Does Bengute not control a peat farm anymore? That's pretty awkward. Bengute has built a second town center over here, looking to expand some economic advantage, and military count is about the same. Bengute is getting bloodlines, which is an interesting choice. It makes me wonder if Bengute is going to invest further into cavalry, like if he's going to make like 10 knights or something to clean this up. But lots of peat farms have been destroyed. Oh, Bengute is going around wrecking shiXo's peat farm here. Is that shiXo's last peat farm? It is. Bengute is attacking the last of shiXo's. Actually, no, he needs to find this one. shiXo coming to clean that up, though, prevent Bengute from destroying it. These farms have half the number of HP that farms normally have, so they're quite squishy. And definitely worth defending, but they will regrow if they're destroyed. Like Bengute's is regrown over here, and then Bengute rebuilds it to get the wood income. So he puts this siege workshop down. It's probably a little overkill for this peat farm, but maybe he wants to make a mangonel. As shiXo is castle dropping the center of the map. Dadgum. Bengute picking off the villagers, though, at the cost of some of his own military. shiXo wants to finish this castle. I don't know if this castle is going to go up. I think it will. And then Bengute will really be on the back foot here. And shiXo will have a secured peat farm. Now let's see if Bengute snuck around yet and destroyed this peat farm. Not yet. This one will regrow, but when it regrows, it will not be under anybody's control. So Bengute farming here, I guess you can still farm on these, and you can still drop the food off at a mill and stuff. So what's Bengute doing for food income then? If he's not fishing, oh, I guess he's just kind of taking shore fish and taking berries and taking more sheep and stuff. So Bengute building a castle of his own here and knocking away at this farm. The knight does 10 damage per hit. Farms have no armor. So he will destroy that farm, and then the only thing that's left is to destroy this farm, but there is a camel guarding it, so he will have to be careful. Although he could honestly probably get 5 hits on that farm before the camel kills him. So Bengute, his resources almost look like he's planning some kind of Imperial play. He picked up the relic that was over here, so that will help him out. Japanese get full monk techs. So, but I don't think Bengute's going to go monks. He's building a market now to maybe sell a little bit of wood. He's been taking reeds like crazy. The reeds, of course, do regrow. And I think Bengute wants to click up. shiXo is not anywhere close to clicking up. Bengute does have a 6 villager advantage over shiXo, even with shiXo's fishing economy. Bengute's been doing a good job going around sniping shiXo's farms. He's taken one of these trade workshops in the south. shiXo has not really paid much attention to these trade workshops, and he may regret that. He has the archers to clear it out, too. But instead he's kind of just uselessly attacking Bengute's stable and barracks. So bengute has clicked up to Imp, and the plan is to build Trebs from his castle and Treb down shiXo's castle. As this farm has regrown and shiXo has rebuilt it. So, but for a time, bengute did deny this wood income here. shiXo is spreading out. He needs stone. All right, so he's going into camels just to deal with some of bengute's raiding knights. Prevent bengute from going around and destroying all of his peat farms, which are giving him wood income. Mangonel is rolling forward. Going to pressure bengute's main goal. Now, fortunately for bengute, he's expanded up this way. You know, he's destroying this abandoned village, as though this village didn't have enough hardship as it was already. So bengute wants this stone as well. Where was shiXo? shiXo was building a mining camp foundation up here. I guess he must have changed his mind. So shiXo has built himself a farm up here, and bengute wants nothing to do with it. Bengute is going to build a castle over this farm and destroy it. Make sure that shiXo can't take farms anywhere. Okay, he does still have this farm over here. shiXo is sending a sneak villager. I don't know what this villager is going to do. Probably just maybe a scout or to build an outpost or something. shiXo is getting Elite Skirmisher. You know, this has been a really great game so far. I think it's been quite competitive. But I think shiXo should have prioritized taking these. Bengute got this pretty early, and he's been raking in the wood from that. Trebuchet is in queue. shiXo is on his way up to the Imperial Age, though. Bengute is getting Bracer, Chemistry, and Japanese get fully upgradable Arbalist. As far as I can recall, they haven't taken Thumb Ring away from them yet. I don't know if shiXo can rebuild this farm or not. It might be in range of bengute's castle, I'm not sure. He still has this farm over here. Bengute's castle, destroying Kildownet castle up here. And bengute fishing in this well. He's pulling some shorefish out of the well. So I obviously favor Japanese, although we're seeing a lot of heavy archer play on this map. I've heard people say really good things about archers on this map. Because of all the free wood income that you get, archers could make a lot of sense. They don't cost food, so you don't need to put a ton of villagers on food. So shiXo is just going to let this castle go down, as far as I can tell. He's made a couple of Keshiks, maybe to snipe rams. What are these Keshiks doing? Oh, these Keshiks are going to get roasted. Okay, and the castle goes down. shiXo on the back foot. Now coming down, maybe to pick off some of these spearmen. But bengute is rampaging. He is on his way. shiXo getting gill nets. Makes sense. He's got a lot of fishing ships as he reaches the Imperial Age. Going to have to fight bengute's army here. Bengute... He has Bracer and Chemistry, but he does not have Arbalister yet. He's getting it now. As shiXo's being forced back, he's building a castle back here. He's sort of being forced into the back corner of the map. He has been taking gold back here, and he took something else over here, probably stone, given the number of castles that he's built. Bengute ramming things down, mangonelling things down. It's so weird to see mangonels with Chemistry, but I guess it happens. Bengute's Japanese trebuchets pushing forward. Bengute has not destroyed this farm yet. shiXo is enjoying the wood income from this farm, but this castle going up will surely destroy that farm. And shiXo hasn't done anything with these trade workshops. I think that's a missed opportunity. So what's shiXo's plan here? He is getting the same upgrades, but he's just broke. He's got 74 villagers, though. Or no, he's got 45 villagers to bengute's 58. He's housed tremendously. Bengute's got 100 pop. shiXo's got 72 pop, with no plans to expand his population. Alright, here we go. He is throwing down some houses. He's still fishing. Bengute actually securing the second trade workshop and now pushing across to take the third. Bengute understanding the importance of these trade workshops on Keel Beach. It's almost a little bit like Golden Pit when you think about it. Except instead of gold, it's wood. It's Ram coming in, pushing in on the castle. Trebuchets in support. And I think when this castle goes down, shiXo will call it. It was a good fight until Bengute got Imperial Age, and then he ran away with it. Bengute is just taking this fight. He's rich. He wants to kill as many of shiXo's military units as possible. Yeah, shiXo acknowledging that this map is one weird map. He's right. And shiXo calls the GG. Bengute is victorious. This is a hard map. Bengute did his homework. He studied this map, and it really showed. I mean, going so far as to kill his opponent's peat farms and deny that wood income. So GG, well played. And now we're going to go to shiXo's home map. As Bengute was about to conquer this trade workshop here. Oh, what's this? Oh, shiXo wanted to raid. He built a Step Lancer, so he was going to raid with Step Lancers back here, and your pleb caster missed it. So GG, well played, Bengute. Now, can you guys hear me okay? Okay, Glendalough. It's probably the most standard of the map. What you miss in the after-game chat is me realizing you can dock. Oh, yes, you can dock on this map, Bengute. Probably changes everything for you. Alright, so here we go. Bengute versus shiXo on Glendalough. It is based on a real-life location, Glendalough Monastic Settlement in the Wicklow Mountains of Ireland. Now, if you look at this on Google Maps, it looks kind of like what we've got here. There are two lakes, one with only deep fish and one with only shallow fish. And our civilizations are shiXo as the Indians and Bengute as the Bulgarians. So it will be interesting to see what kind of strategies will unfold. It's a pretty open map. I mean, you can wall this off and you can wall this off with some investment. But so far, what I see generally is I've seen people build lumber camps on this big wood line and then dock the deep fish. It seems to be the most popular strategy. But this match will decide the outcome here. So let's see. Indians. Why Indians? Well, number one, Indians boom well. They do well on open maps. This is an open map. This is unwallable terrain right here. So at the very least, you know that you're not going to be able to wall across this or build across this. It's a little bit Ghost Lakey, actually. You can still wall and stuff, but you really don't want to wall this out. Most of the neutral gold, all of the neutral gold really, is in this monastic basin here. So that's really what makes the monastery important. There are some sheep down here, which it looks like Bengute is interested in. Takes the sheep. I don't know if he's going to whack away. He is. He's going to whack away at the fence. It'll take him some time to capture these sheep, but then they'll be his. And he'll have 4 extra sheep. One of which has 50 extra food on it. So that is 450 extra food for Bengute if he gets this down. His opponent is not paying attention. His opponent could scout this and maybe scout fight with Bengute and force him back and make him do all kinds of awkward things. But Bengute wants to break in and he wants to go on a livestock heist. So there we go. The fence is down, and Bengute is free to take these animals. He's even got a horse here. So Bengute's got an extra scout out of the deal too. Look at that, as he makes off with the sheep. So a little bit of sacrifice some scouting intel to get these animals. But once you have these animals, it can be pretty useful. So we can see that shiXo has already built a lumber camp on the big wood. And Bengute has done the same. The free horse is very nice. Let's see. So Bengute is already starting to wall this across. No one is really bothered with the pine trees. It's all about that oak forest along the edges of the ponds. So why Indians on this map as well? Well, Indians take shorefish really fast. And guess what? There's a lot of shorefish down here. So I'm wondering if we're going to see shiXo like build a mill and take a bunch of fish down here. So it'll be interesting to see if he does that. It might be too risky. He does have to walk to the center of the map. He does have a lot of beach terrain to scout for enemy docks and demolition ships and such, as bengute is coming around to build a dock in the center of this pond. So it looks like bengute has decided that he wants all these fish. And this, in the long run, this dock is more efficient than building it here. He's got to walk a little bit further, but building it toward the center of the lake means that he won't have to build a second one. So we'll see what happens with that. Maybe bengute's thinking, well, I'm not really going to invest too much into fish. I'm just going to build some fish, and I want them to be able to take efficiently and equally. But did we spot a second villager from bengute here? Now his opponent is going to be able to scout this. I don't know if shiXo has control right click. We're going to change to shiXo's point of view and see what shiXo has scouted here. Now shiXo hasn't even scouted the monastery. He's just checking out the pond with all these gorgeous shorefish, and sure enough, here's the mill, right? The mill foundation. We just saw him place it right here for shiXo. How come I can kind of see that? That's interesting. Anyway, because it is his line of sight. So shiXo's going to build a mill right here, and he is going to take these shorefish. He wants scouts. He's going up on 21 pop with loom. So this is a scouts build. Bengute, what's Bengute doing as the Bulgarians? He's got a bunch of idols. What's going on, Bengute? Bengute is idling his TC. Okay, he must have been distracted by something. He's got a bunch of extra sheep under his town center, though. He's got that cow, a livestock that he rescued. As shiXo starts taking fish, but let's see if Bengute has scouted it. Oh yes, Bengute sees this for sure. So he knows his opponent is on that fish. He's got his scout here too. So we'll see what Bengute plans for that. If he's going to do anything about that, try to deny it. Bengute is getting loom now. He's got about 19 seconds of idle time. They both have, really. He's getting loom and going up on 28 pop. 2 military. 26 villagers, really. So it's a fast castle from Bengute. It's going to let shiXo have those fish. shiXo's barracks is coming up. Bengute scouts that with his free horse too. Bengute making out with like a bandit with this free horse. Okay, so Bengute. Wait a second. What? Bengute only now going up to the feudal age. 27 villagers, 2 military. So he's walled in his wood line. I think he kind of senses it's going to be scouts. That's what I would expect. As no, an archery range. Interesting. And a stable back here. So maybe this archery range is to mind game Bengute into thinking that it's archers, hoping that Bengute will scout it. Think it's archers, prepare a bunch of skirmishers, and then shiXo runs in with the scouts. But shiXo has not docked, which I think is a mistake. I thought I had queued feudal here behind loom. I didn't, sadly. Ah, that explains it. Bengute has about a minute of TC idle time now. That's rough. Okay, we do actually. shiXo is using this archery range. He is taking. I mean, he is making archers, so I don't know what he's going to do with these archers. Oh, you know, I bet these archers are just a peck away at this wood line here. shiXo's going to know that he's going to be walled out, so this archer is just to be annoying. Okay, he has finally decided to build a dock. Bengute has reached the feudal age. He's almost got the gold that he needs to click up. He's just putting down his buildings now, and this is an FC from Bengute. These scouts are going to try to get in. Maybe the archers are just to prevent that re-walling. It's going to force down a tower from Bengute here, I would imagine. That's what I would do. Yep, there it is. So Bengute knows he needs to build a tower before more archers show up. Did shiXo really just build a single range just to make one archer? It'd be kind of funny. How many archers does shiXo have? I guess he's got 2 archers on the field and 4 scouts. Not really getting the damage in, though, as bengute is on his way up to the castle age. Bengute is actually ahead of shiXo in villagers if you include the fishing ships. So a little bit of a redeeming factor here, these fishing ships. Has bengute spotted shiXo's dock? No. So bengute scouted this area, but he does not know that shiXo is docked here, which is kind of unfortunate for him. Bengute's kind of small walling to the town center. We got a barracks coming up. And shiXo is still taking food out of the center here. This is a great food income source. And let's see, what do we got? We got some fires queued up. So bengute has only built 5 fishing ships, so it could have been more. It'd be interesting to see if bengute tries to fight for that. The scouts come, but they fail to get in. Bengute doesn't really have much more exposed eco than this. He needs to quick wall here, though. Nope. shiXo is here. I think 1 villager for bengute will go down. Stable coming up, though. So bengute is going to go into knights to chase this off. He's got 4 on gold. He's going to need 7 to sustain production from a single stable. But he's going 2 stables, so I don't think bengute has the food income and the gold income to sustain 2 stable knight production, but he can at least get a small ball of knights out. These scouts are curving around from shiXo. And now shiXo has got an eco lead, but shiXo has not clicked up yet. So shiXo has taken the central pond. Bengute is still chopping away. He is getting horse collar now, so bengute is preparing to go to the next stage. Or preparing to farm, rather. Go to the next stage. What am I talking about? Come on, garrison. Okay, so we got a couple of knights from bengute coming out. They're probably going to come straight down here to these fishermen. shiXo is of course not in castle age yet, so bengute's going to have to be careful though. But there are no Indian camels. It's just spearmen for now, and with equal numbers, spearmen get absolutely clobbered by knights. So shiXo needs to be careful because these knights could overwhelm this. He is making another spearman. Bengute has the first armor upgrade for his knights. shiXo has no armor for his spearmen. So this is going to be a pretty one-sided fight here. And shiXo needs to flee now. The knights are going to kill a lot of villagers. They're probably going to kill at least 3 villagers. Come on, bengute. There he goes. He finds it. So the glory days of shore fishing are over. Bengute is looking to pick off some villagers here from shiXo. I don't know if he's going to get... Is he going to get all these villagers? That would be really good for him. He got all but 2, it looks like. Oh, maybe all but 1. Bengute says, I just wanted to get out 4 knights to go kill the bills on shorefish. Makes sense. And that you did, basically. Killed all but 1. I don't think she's going to survive. I think she will survive, rather. Okay, yep, you got it. So the 2 stables are really just to get a bunch of knights out. Allow Bengute to make knights faster and have more knights. And this is now an even game again. shiXo has a similar amount of TC idle time. I'm not sure the reason why. It could be he idled as well to try to get out. I knew Bengute had forgotten to click. But in shiXo's case, I'm not sure why the town center idle time is over a minute. Bengute is knocking at the door here. shiXo is starting to make camels, though. It is castle age, so he can now make camels, and he will have the mobility to chase these knights away. What I would like to see is I'd love to see Bengute stonewall this off right here, and then go crazy on this stone and make creposts everywhere, creeping toward the center and secure the gold. I think that is his win condition. I don't think he's going to beat the Indians on mobility, at least not cavalry for cavalry, because the Indians can make camels, and although the Bulgarians do get mobile units, their mobile units are countered by the mobile Indian units. So As bengute is building another watchtower here to deal with this 5 HP archer on the other side. Might be time to relocate this wood line. Maybe he's kind of thinking that. He's building another lumber camp here. Is this villager... What's this archer even firing at? I guess it's firing at the watchtower. So bengute just being a nuisance, running around with these knights. He's keeping the fight at shiXo's base. The economy score is equal. shiXo's got an idle villager somewhere. See, if we're shiXo, where's the idle villager? Can't tell. Okay, so shiXo is down here building some houses in this area. Looks like he still wants to maintain some vision and presence down here. Or maybe this villager was one that bengute missed or something. I don't know. But here come the camels. So as bengute is getting bloodlines, or sorry, bengute is getting husbandry so that he can run away from these camels. shiXo is getting bloodlines so that he can kill bengute's cavalry more effectively. Bengute will take this fight now, I think, underneath the town center. It's about the best it's ever going to get. Camels have less pierce armor than knights do, so they're weaker to arrow fire. Okay, so what do we got over here? Got a couple of villagers bengute is sending out. Oh, they're lumberjacks, flamboyant lumberjacks. They were probably chopping a straggler tree or something, and then when that ran out, they decided, oh, hey, let's walk all the way around these stables, around these houses, and chop wood just outside of town with a massive path to get back to the drop point. So bengute electing to kind of not invest too much in walls. They're basically just building walls, as he has built a monastery and a monk to try to snag some relics. His wood is safe for now. shiXo controls the pond. He has built fishing ships of his own, but not too many because there's not that much fish left. Second town center coming up for shiXo. Bengute is at 1-2 town centers already. Neither player really committing too heavily to a boom, knowing that their maps are both still quite open. Bengute is looking to build houses here to give himself some vision. Bengute says Bulgarian knights actually trade well versus camels with the unique upgrade. Oh, that's true, stirrups. Yeah, but we know you don't have stirrups yet, Bengute. You don't have a castle yet. But that is good to know. I mean, just on raw statistics, knights are just way more powerful than camels. So when you add a little bit of extra attack rate in there, I can definitely see how it could tip the scale. Okay, shiXo moving out with a pack of camels, though. This is going to be a serious problem for bengute. These camels are going to have attack bonuses versus buildings, so expect that these palisades and houses will not last very long. But bengute also heading out with his knights, so fortunately for bengute, he's going to see this coming. And he's got a camel of his own in here, too. And so, yeah, he sees these camels and says, no thank you. Runs away. So he's able to save these two villagers. He's replacing the gate with a stone gate to make it harder for shiXo to bust in. But bengute needs to think about pikemen at this point. Because this is getting to be too many camels. Unless he's going to get a castle up and get that unique tech he was talking about. Palisade going up. bengute stonewalling behind it. Yeah, he absolutely has to keep these camels out of his woodline. I think this might be open here, and bengute knows it. Yeah, so he's going to stonewall that too. But that stonewall was clutch, that quick wall. These camels are on the prowl. They're looking for a way in. They don't want to commit too much. I mean, bengute does have 2 towers here, and camels don't like arrows. So I think shiXo kind of regrouping here, deciding what he wants to do. He is town turning the gold in the middle. I love it. A fantastic decision. All the neutral gold is in the center, and shiXo is recognizing that. Bengute has built an outpost here so that he can see if shiXo is coming to attack from this direction. I just want bengute to stonewall this. So you don't have to think about this. Then you can have all kinds of greedy villagers out here taking stone. Although bengute has built a town center on this stone up here. This will be quite good for him. Then he can build creposts everywhere. Secure the map. So shiXo's got an army advantage. You know, not only in military, he's got 16 to 12, But his military hard counters Bengute's military. And Bengute has not really gone into pikemen. He's made 1 monk. Oh no, he made 5 monks. Where are all these monks? Alright, never mind. Bengute is decided to take this camel mass seriously, which makes sense. He's a 1650 player. So, never mind. Here I was saying that shiXo had the military advantage, but, you know, this army could actually take this other army here with decent monk micro. So let's see it. Bengute's got a 10 villager lead over shiXo, forcing shiXo back, as Bengute decides to castle these trees here. And I think he's going to push out from his wood line as shiXo's cavalry archers are pressuring Bengute's wood line. Bengute, I think, tried to build a lumber camp here, maybe wall the villager in, but it got killed. And shiXo is now getting light cav. What is this, man? No, shiXo. No. Wait. No. This isn't shiXo. I need to get my eyes checked. This is Bengute. Bengute walling shiXo out from most of his stone. Oh, that's so obnoxious. So Bengute's been building outposts back here, seeing if shiXo is on stone, seeing that he's not on stone, and is now walling us off, and shiXo has not noticed. No wonder Bengute's been so aggressive on this side. He wants shiXo's attention to be over here and not over here. It's really smart. So the town center's costing less stone to boom on. It's really good for the Bulgarians, and you can see that. Bengute's got 1, 2, 3 town centers so far. He's got a castle. He's got a Krepos coming up. So he's gonna prepare to fight over this side, and I guess he's stonewalling this off. I think shiXo is going to discover it though, because shiXo is coming out to build this mining camp. Bengute almost may have been better off just laming these piles directly, building the stone walls on them. But instead he's building this big wall here. So maybe Bengute wanted to actually just wall this off for himself. I'm not really sure. Because shiXo's building a wonder. Just kidding. He's building a university here. So this university tells me ballistics and cav archers. We've already seen some cav archers here. So shiXo is on his way to the Imperial Age. That's what you guys need to know. That's why shiXo's resources are so low. He just bought something really expensive. Bengute's not too far away himself, though. He's at 91 villagers compared to 80, so he's got an 11 villager lead. And he is now able to more comfortably take these wood piles. I should call them forests or trees. shiXo has spotted this wall. He killed this villager. He's coming back here to make sure Bengute doesn't have anything else back here. And he said, alright, well, you can't wall me out of this. I'm going to build this mining camp here. So unfortunately, this didn't work out for Bengute the way that he wanted it to. It also gives a nice bit of vision with Town Watch, this stuff down here. Agreed. Vision is way more important. Bengute says it was just to be obnoxious and make the pathing around there hard. These camels are destroying the outposts. Come on, Bengute, just stonewall this off. Castle's almost as good, but I mean, a stone wall would be like literally 100 stone with a gate here, and then you're the only one that can go this way. And if your opponent wants to go this way, he needs to let you know in advance pretty early. So Bengute getting stirrups now. That will really help his cavalry fight off shiXo's cavalry if it really comes to that. I don't think it's going to come to that, though. Maybe it will. Maybe Bengute will double down on the knights. Maybe he'll go into Cavalier and get all the upgrades for them. He is getting Imperial Age now. He's basically boomed up to 100 villagers. As Bengute is somehow... he's heisting this relic, stealing it from the corner. No, actually, it's a different relic. So I guess there are a couple relics over here. shiXo's Imp. Now is his golden hour. This is where he needs to do damage before Bengute... Bengute's actually basically there himself. So... shiXo getting heavy camel right away. Smart. Heavy camel takes a long time to research, so you want to start it as soon as you can after you hit the Imperial Age. Okay, shiXo is going to snag this relic over here. Bengute's cavalry are coming in looking to do some raids. He knows that shiXo's over here. He knows he's building a town center. He has vision. He also knows the town center is completed, but let's see if he raids it anyway. He should have +2 on this castle, or on these knights. So I don't think he's going to dive it. Maybe he is. Oh, no, he's diving it, guys. He just finished the armor, so it makes sense. These knights are going to be tickled by this town center. Where are shiXo's camels? shiXo's camels are out of position. He needs to come back, save this town center, and save the villagers. But this outpost, basically, bengute leveraging the outpost to know when to attack over here. But the armor is what made this possible. Without that armor, these knights would have taken way more damage from the town center. And bengute cleaning everything up here, killing probably 10 villagers right there. The KD for bengute looks really good, 37 to 19. The eco KD is 18 to 10. shiXo wants to intercept bengute's cavalier. Says, hey, no you don't. These units must die now for their war crimes. But bengute is going to slip away. See, we got another Krepos coming up. So bengute thinking about securing his economy and making it raid-proof. Alright, so we're gonna fight under the castle fire. No, another castle coming up for bengute. There's actually a lot of stone on this map. shiXo, we've seen some kind of different approaches here. bengute not really electing to go to the neutral gold in the middle. More so focused on the stone. And shiXo more focused on the gold in the middle. The neutral gold in the monastic basin. And less focused on the stone up here. He's going to rebuild that town center. That was a great spot for a town center. Right next to bengute's outpost. We'll see what happens. Okay, too many ranged buildings here now. The camels don't want to come this way. bengute is building stables here, presumably to prepare to raid shiXo on this side. I really think the main push of the focus should be across this gold, but players are taking a fight over here instead. bengute with a slight hill advantage. We've got heavy camels, though. And bengute cleaning up the heavy camel with his cavalier. shiXo's in trouble. Although it is 32 military for shiXo somewhere. I don't know where. But it seems like none of it's in the right place. None of it is where he needs it. And bengute is probably going to come right back over and destroy this stone town center again. That's what I would do. Worked the first time. Yeah, here it comes. And shiXo's camels are once again out of position. They're a little bit closer, though. But bengute also has more cavalry this time. This bengute is building a very aggressive castle here on the hill. He's got some monks to try to scare these camels away. Look at that, it's kind of working. It is definitely working. But there are more camels here. bengute's got to be careful, otherwise these camels are going to eat these monks. Yeah, there it is. So this bengute is once again sniping this town center and killing some villagers. Remember that, folks. Remember that, kids. Age of Empires, it's all about war crimes. Basically, if you can kill villagers, you will win. That's what I learned playing this game in DE. It's all about killing villagers. Kind of unfortunate, but that's really what it comes down to, is numbers of villagers collecting resources and allowing you to make military. So bengute taking out this... No, he's not taking out the mining camp. Okay. He is going to focus these camels. The camels, of course, counter bengute's cavalry, but the cavalry in this section were just too numerous, and bengute decides, maybe not right now. Especially not with 2 villagers. But I'd like to see like a Krepos here and here for bengute, just to, you know, secure these town centers. Doesn't have to, though. bengute has building in this direction. Okay, bengute finally pushing into this neutral gold in the center. He's found 2 gold piles so far. So he knows now that this area is important. And shiXo himself building production in this area to help reinforce it from further aggression by bengute, as shiXo's cavalry are congregating in this area. Finally destroys that highly offensive mining camp there. But people will probably still continue to quarry this area long after the battle is complete. Okay, Hussar is in for shiXo. I don't know how long it's been in for, but it seems like, you know, bengute has really been the one driving the pace of the game here. They both opted into a mobile army composition. We'll see, you know, we haven't seen any infantry upgrades from bengute whatsoever. And he basically wants to use mobility to pressure shiXo and wither shiXo down. Kind of beat the Indians at their own game here. And Stirrups Hussar are really no joke, especially after all the attack upgrades. shiXo continues to believe that cavalry archers are the play here. He's taking into the armor, into chemistry. So I don't really understand cavalry archers when your opponent has made only cavalry themselves with stirrups. It's just kind of a weird play to me. Now, having said that, again, I have to say, shiXo would absolutely destroy me if I played him on this map. But I'm just saying I don't mean it in a mean way. I don't get it. Maybe someone could explain cav archers to me on this map against what bengute's been up to. shiXo clearing out space for more military buildings. I think he's taking down the accursed tower here. That could take a little while without siege. bengute expanding into the center. He's going to find this gold mine here. shiXo is chopped through over here completely as bengute has sent some raiding parties down this way. shiXo throwing down a castle to defend this area. Should have done that a long time ago, in my opinion, but he may not have had the resources. bengute getting chemistry himself, probably for his fortifications. He's got all kinds of crepos and castles everywhere. Come on, build a crepos right here. It would have such great coverage over all this eco. But he's building another castle on this gold now, so bengute sees this other gold and says, yep, that's castle worthy. But there is a lot of stone on this map. bengute says it's because cav archer / hussar is super gold efficient, and there isn't that much gold left on the map for him. Oh, I see. But both of those units are countered by heavy cavalry and hussar of your own. But I do get where you're coming from. bengute got a massive raid going on here. Has raided shiXo into 84 villagers, 85 now. So shiXo is rebooming. He's making villagers from 5 town centers, and he is fighting this off with his camels. But I feel like shiXo doesn't really know what to do. He's got a good mass of camels here, but we haven't really seen much siege from shiXo. Where's all the trebuchets? Where are the trebuchets or cannons? It's like he's not interested in threatening bengute or pushing him in any way. bengute, I guess, has been doing a good enough job of keeping shiXo busy, constantly raiding him with these stirrups hussars. You know, maybe it's just not in his headspace right now. shiXo's just in survival mode. CA hussar beats hussar alone. Agreed. So bengute has raided this. He's taken shiXo off of the gold down here. shiXo's got a monk here, which bengute is going to find probably and kill. So bengute has kind of lost the portion of his empire that was in the monastic basin. Okay, so we do have siege weapons from shiXo now. It's good. Indian Halb also isn't very good. You know, for plus 32 bonus damage against Hussar, I think it's fine. But I do know what you mean as well. Like, you don't want to tech into something that isn't that great. What are they missing? The final armor or something like that on their halberdiers? Makes their halberdiers very vulnerable to scorpions and cavalry archers and archers. Okay, big fight here as shiXo cleans up bengute's raiding party. But it looks like bengute... Oh. We got to pause. It looks like bengute did dive shiXo's town center and destroyed it. Yeah, they're missing the last armor. That's what I thought. So bengute just going around and just chipping away at shiXo, using mobility on the map, and then leaving castles and creposts wherever important resources are. Bengute is at 200 pop. shiXo is at 124. Bengute has 76 farmers. He could spam hussars all day. He's rich too. He's got a ton of resources. Bengute dives the trebuchets. There are 2 relics in this monastery, and this is looking pretty close to being over here. shiXo's got a couple more in queue. He's got the right counters. He just doesn't have enough of them. So bengute did end up building a crepost here. He's been building lots of little creposts to secure all the different resources across the map. shiXo's got the camels, and he is pushing this back, but bengute never made a single halberdier. It looks like he is getting infantry upgrades, though. shiXo is at 90 population. He's got 64 villagers and 27 military. So he is in rough shape. Bengute is still at 200 pop. So we see elephant archers. Okay. And shiXo is at 10 military and 46 villagers, so this is looking pretty rough. He's got nothing on gold. He's got almost no food. Castle goes down. And shiXo's selling wood for 14 gold. And what's the plan here? As shiXo calls it, well played. So GG, this has been a great set, some really high level play. Poor Elephant Archer, he was supposed to be a trebuchet. Oh. And it probably cost around the same resources too, so shiXo was not too suspicious. But well played, bengute, using a lot of mobility on this map, running around, weakening shiXo with raids, forcing shiXo to take awkward fights. shiXo going out and kind of greedily taking these fish here, and maybe not expecting bengute to go double stable knights, just to make 4 knights, just to use that earlier castle age to his advantage and then clean this up. So unfortunately shiXo could not really seem to get much damage in with his scouts. I think he did pick off a couple of villagers. But in the end, bengute did end up towering his own wood lines because shiXo couldn't be pressuring the stone and the wood lines at the same time. So congratulations to bengute. This map is so long to go from the south side to the north side. Yeah, it's a big difference. You kind of got all of these features here in a row, right? And you have to run around it. So the mobility definitely helps. Honestly, I thought that bengute would play this differently. I thought bengute would wall this off with stone walls, and then build 8 barracks in this basin and siege workshops, and just charge across the map with pikes and siege, and with some of those Baganes, militia perhaps, mix those in there. But siege rams, that's what I thought was going to happen. Nice to see that eco KD. Yeah, this really tells the story right here. 155 to 31. So it was very clear that bengute was able to read this map and just rage shiXo to death. I mean, he had the camels out, right? Like, bengute never made a single pikeman. He didn't need to. All he had to do was run around and cause damage and just weaken shiXo. So with that, the final game is concluded. shiXo wins the first one on Arabia. Bengute wins his home map on Akil, and then he wins shiXo's home map of Glendalough. So well played to both players. You know, really, really great sets. Fun to watch it being played out at a high level. And we wish Bengute luck for next time. So I don't know who Bengute is up against for his next set. But good luck, man, and keep giving us entertaining games. We'll do our best to cast them. So with that, I'm going to end the stream here. Thanks everybody for watching. Hopefully you found it entertaining. Be sure to share a link to this video with your friends. Be like, hey, look at this guy Bengute. He's really entertaining. Look at this guy shiXo. He's really entertaining. And we'll try to generate some more hype for the King of Ireland tournament. Worked hard on the maps, and really gratifying to see it come to fruition here. Oh man, it's the 1900 next for Bengute. Well, you know, I really think anyone can win. I really do. I mean, you know, well, I wouldn't think, you know, skill does matter, but I think it's less important on these maps because the meta is not defined, and those ratings were gathered and established by playing meta maps that we already know how to play. So thanks everyone for tuning in, and look forward to seeing you guys in your next set.